I originally wanted to include Faust in my video on Hexen and the Man Who Laughs, but I didn't want that video to get too long, and it didn't feel quite right to treat this film as just a footnote. It deserved its own spotlight. Before we get to the film itself, let's highlight its director, F.W. Murnau. Murnau wasn't just one of Germany's greatest silent-era directors. He was one of cinema's first true visionaries. You might know him for Nosferatu, the unauthorized Dracula film that still defines vampire imagery today, or for Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, which won multiple Oscars at the first ever Academy Awards. Murnau's style blended bold expressionism with romantic realism. He pushed boundaries technically, emotionally, philosophically. He was obsessed with shadow, contrast, and the way light sculpted mood. He invented or refined techniques we now consider essential: forced perspective, tracking shots, superimposition. His films feel haunted by emotion. And in Faust, perhaps more than any other work, all of his strengths collide into a single, infernal vision. So, without further ado, let's get into Murnau's masterpiece, Faust. Released in 1926, is a visual poem of damnation and desire. It tells the story you know, a desperate scholar who makes a deal with the devil, selling his soul for the promise of youth. But the way it's told is unlike anything before or since. This is not just a cautionary tale, it's an opera, a battle between shadow and light. Every frame of Faust feels hand-painted with torment. Clouds spiral across the sky like ink in water. Satan appears, not with horns, but with wings so massive they blot out heaven. Crosses melt into ash. The imagery is equal parts religious iconography and acid trip. Murnau's version of Mephisto, played with devilish charisma by Emil Jannings, isn't just tempting, he's gleeful, mocking, and that adds to the horror. This isn't a monster chasing you, it's a demon dancing because he knows you'll follow. Murnau's Faust is stunning, in part because of how disturbing it is. The visuals are not just beautiful, they're profoundly unsettling. Think about the plague scene where Mephisto rains death over the city, or the contract burning into Faust's hands. There's a surreal realism to these effects. For 1926, it was practically witchcraft. Double exposures, miniatures, dynamic lighting, all done in camera, no CGI, no digital composting, just masterful filmmaking. But it's not spectacle for its own sake. The horror isn't just in the demons, it's in the choices, the seduction, the moment Faust chooses power over purpose. That's where this film hits hardest. Faust isn't just a gorgeous relic, it's a reminder that horror doesn't need screams to speak, that silent films can shout, that damnation can be depicted as stunning, beautiful, seductive, and sorrowful. So if you've never seen it, seek it out. Let it haunt you like a prayer whispered too late, or a love lost to shadow.